How we doing today? Perplexed mind and fried bologna sandwich. How we doing, brother? So yeah, I believe we're gonna find some today. Pretty sure. So yeah, 226.9 should mean 80% silver. So yeah. So how's everybody doing? Big storm is coming. Apparently they made up their minds. We're gonna get snow. Some people are gonna get lots of it. So yeah. So yeah, how you guys doing? How's your weekend going? Yeah, I never know where to start with these boxes. Try to get a thumbnail up there. So we're going to start with this box. And the reason we're going to start with this box is because, hey, Dan, how you doing? It has a 226.9. And like fried bologna sandwich says, silver. Should be 90% silver in this one, I hope. So, yeah. It's our heaviest roll for today. We only have a couple of heavy rolls today. And we have a 226.1. So the other box, the sister box of this one, which I call my extra boxes now because I'm getting 2 boxes from another bank on a weekly basis now. So my extra boxes have been doing good for, I think, the last 3 weeks. We found silver. And last week, if you were here, we had a really great week. We had a Barber, 1900. Heck, we had a Barber. We had Kennedy. We had Walking Liberty and Benji all in the same box. So we had quads in one box. We did get a 1917 S Walking Liberty out of the one box. So, yeah, it was pretty darn cool. And we did get the 1970 D also. So, we had 67 coins last week, but I don't think we're going to get 67 this week. But we do have a couple of heavy ones. Dennis has a box. Same box number that he had last time where he had 12 in the box, but these are going to be Brinks rolls. So, yeah. I'm going to start off with this one. We have 1 silver ender this week, so I'm going to say I did not get any of the dump from last week, but you never know. Maybe we'll have a sleeper box today. So yeah, last week we actually did have a sleeper box based on 1 ender and 20 in the box. So that was our best box last week. So yeah. How's everybody doing? Talk too much. Open silver up, right? So yeah, we're going to start with this box. Yeah, there's not a lot of activity like last week when it comes to heavy ones and enders. And last week we had 7 enders. No, 6 enders. I think 6 enders. It was 3 in one box. We had three in one box. Walking Liberty ender. We had a Barber ender, and we had another ender. Yeah. So yeah. And I also missed when I was dumping my coins, I noticed I missed another proof last week. So there was another proof added to the total. So yeah. Yeah. So cool beans. How'd you make out this week, Dan? Any luck this week like you did last week? Yeah, just because we got heavy ones don't mean we're going to have 40s, but I'm hoping. Yeah, I was sure hoping to get some more of that dump from last week, but I'll tell you what, I hope there's still some out there. Yeah, I had a nickel laying here for the longest time, and it looked like a coin safe or magic coin. So I actually tried to open it up over the weekend or over the week. And I couldn't believe when I thought, because I kept hearing rattling around, but I finally got it to do something, and somebody put a ring around a nickel. It's not silver or anything, it's just weird. But that was not a coin safe or a, So, yeah, that was interesting. Never seen that before. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Calm before the storm, one could say. Yeah, I thought I was going to get something cool out of there. I thought I was going to be calling the government because it was secret Russian information on a microchip or something. That would have been cool. So, yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay. Alrighty then. being. Sorry about that. Let me try to call. So how's everybody doing? Can you believe we're going to get like lots of snow? That looks odd. 1996. I noticed that one of the enders was a really nice 1992. It's amazing. No, that's 23. But it's a nice shiny new ender, but it's actually a 1992. I was trying to see what my enders were, but they were mostly 23s. But look, you can still find like beautiful coins. Oh, there's another box. I have another box that has 2 rolls in it from 68 2 days ago. It's 50 something here right now, and we're supposed to get after all the snow kind of melted, we're supposed to get another, I'm just going to say 4 to 8 inches or so. New Jersey's looking like up to like 18 inches. New York could be like a foot. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to get. It's kind of funny how we got all this technology. They normally tell you how the track's going to go, but all week they're like, we don't know if it's going to go north or south. We don't know if it's going to go north or south. I'm thinking, you know what? This is normally the storm where they have no clue what's going on, and we're going to get 2 feet of snow. I hope not, but you never know. Yeah. Snow. Finally get the snow to melt. It's kind of weird, like no newer coins like last week. Remember last week we had, and there was some that were not like this, but rusty. So we're going to keep an eye on, see what it looks like this week. But I do see a lot more newer enders this week than last week. But let's see what's on the inside. I was just happy to get circulated boxes. So now I'm worried about the 26s coming out, plus all the 24s that we're still getting. So yeah, last week we did really well. We had what, 48 40%ers, and then we had three Benjis. 7 walkers. 7 walkers in one hunt. I only got, I think, 2 walkers all last year. So, yeah. And then we did get a barber. That is my 5th barber. 164 and 3 to 40. So at least you're getting something. Hopefully you get, those are just some scrappy boxes, and you get a good mama box before too long. So that would be cool. There's a 21. Kind of looking like last week. Remember last week we just had, there wasn't not a lot of 23s or 24s. There were a lot of 20, 21s. Yeah, not bad. You're something. I think Rob Finds Treasure found nothing yet last night on his stream. But he's like 150 some silver coins out of 25 boxes, you know? So yeah. He's having a good year so far. A couple of 24s. Can't believe how nice it's going to be. Almost all the snow's melted except stuff that was plowed. And then, yeah, it's going to be all white again. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of new coins, just like last week. Going to keep. I believe this is part of the same dump. I think it's just scraps, you know. I'm still hopeful. Hopefully we're going to get something else from that dump, because whoever dumped that last week, there's a lot that went with that there. And I did mark one somewhere. I don't remember which box. Hopefully I remember it. It was a 224. 2. I didn't mark it. Hopefully I remember which box it might be in. Yeah. There's a 21 Philadelphia. Any dime bags or anything? $185 and halves, 185 and halves, silver halves, or just halves, or at the bank, call the credit union. There was somebody, yeah, there was somebody my wife was looking this was a couple months ago now, but somebody posted like on Facebook Marketplace they wanted to sell some 90% half dollars for, I forget what it was, X amount of dollars, and I'm like, heck, I'll buy them for that. 100 of them were 2020 plus, yeah. And then the guy sent, there was photos and stuff, and I'm like, they're not 90%, they're 40%ers. So yeah. Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on, I thought I heard something. So yeah. Yeah. There was yeah, the kid was trying to sell 40%ers as 90% prices. I'm like, I'm not buying that. Yeah. But I know what the price was like, yeah. Yeah. What do you say? I'm 90% sure the 1971 is in silver now. You never know. It'd be nice to find a 1971 silver. There's a 2005 NIFC. And last week we found a lot of NIFCs too, in a sense. So I think it's going to be part of the same mix. It's just going to be scrappy boxes. So hopefully we get some more scrappy boxes. I think scrappy boxes all day long. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was like, oh, I got 90% silver at, what the heck was it? It was like based on the price, I'm like, heck, I'll even buy that. And then he's showing the photos, and here they were 40%ers, and then he's saying, well, not sure, just in case the price changes. Like, yeah, it changed all right. I think that's when it went down the next day. Yeah. You're not seeing a lot of new ones in here, even though there's quite a few, let's say 3 or 4 new enders, but these are not loaded with new coins at this time. It's crazy. Like if you bought it like when it was 110 plus, and then it drops down to, I think it was like 84 yesterday. So yeah, it's a big jump. Big jump. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of new coins in here, but I'm not seeing any silver yet either. Just because you get heavy rolls don't mean you're going to have 40%ers in here, but I'm hoping we're going to find something. Did you get any bags, Dan? Any dime bags or quarter bags, nickel bags, any kind of bags? Yeah, 23. '23s. Yeah, most of the rolls are just pretty. Let's not talk about dime bags. What's the matter with dime bags? Last dime bag I got, I think it had like 12 silver dimes in it. Best bag I ever got. And Dan, I know Coin to Sell, he was getting like 6 or so in a bag here and there. It's hit or miss. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to get any silver out of this besides the heavy one, I hope. 23. Mostly 23s, the newer ones. Yeah, most of the rolls I weighed, there was only a couple 225.7s, a couple 225.8. 2 skunk nickel bags, 1. Ooh, you got 3 W's in a silver. That's pretty good. And you just found those W's just by like glancing real quick, didn't you? I think you said you're just dumping them. That's a pretty good bag. Nothing in that one. All right, roll number 25. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the ender box for last. Just because there's an ender don't mean. Oh, you actually searched that one. Okay, that's good. That's a good bag. Heck, how many bags and quarters I've done that. I mean, you're lucky to find a W sometime. Or a silver. Yeah, three W's out of a bag. That's a really good bag. 23. I'm just trying to see how many. Yeah, it's mostly 23s, these newer ones. And they're from Philadelphia. Has anybody seen any 2026s of anything yet? We got 1 week in February to go yet. We're on the second half of the box. Kind of looks like last week's boxes. There's just hardly any. I haven't. Rob didn't find any silver last night. Oh, did you see Half a Dollar Make You Holler? They had a good box finally this year. There was, I think they got 17 out of the one box on their live stream the other day. That was pretty good. They had 9 on the year. Now they got 20, 26 or something. Yeah. Half a Dollar Make You Holler. They had a good box. Silver's coming up, I hope. 226.9 will be here in like 3 rolls. 3 rolls to go. I was hoping there's some 40s in here, but right now. Oh, talk about silver. 225.4. Almost an ender. Roll number 29. I think we're going to get your first silver there, fella. There you go. 1967. Cool beans. We're going to have a 40%er. Almost an ender. We'll take that all day long, bro. Take that all day long. So, roll number 30. Can we do back to back? You gotta remember that. No back to back. Remember that barber was a thin one. That only weighed 225.5. We had a 1917S. That was a normal weighted roll. I think it was only like a 225.3 or something. So you never know. We might get thin silver today. That'd be cool. All right, here's our thumbnail. 90%er or a bunch of 40s. Oh, look at this. You see that? Can you see that? That is a wide, bright, I can see it. And there's another one. I think, I'm not jinxing it, but I think looking at that through the roll, I think that might be a proof. That is a wide edge. It better be silver too after all that. Look at that. Oh my God. Are they chrome plated? There's 3 in there. If there are, I think there's some chrome plated in there. What are these shiny ones? Yep, just like last week, we found a beautiful chrome plated one. Look at that. Did we get robbed or what? But no, we got just like last week. Beautiful chrome plated. And this is old silver. No, it's not. It's a 64. Man, I got myself all excited. I thought we were going to get a proof. We got robbed. Unreal. 64 in that. But we had one of these beautiful coins last week. Same dump. That is crazy. I seen that rim through there. I got myself. See that? You get yourself too excited. And that ruined the whole moment. Wow, I thought that was good. When I saw that through the wrapper, I thought that was going to be a proof, man. 64. 90% silver, though. Unreal. just like last week. So this is the same, we'll call it the same wrapping. Hey, Vincent, how you doing, man? We're going to call this the same wrapping. And look, we had bonus stuff in there, too. Good bonus stuff. Man, I thought for sure that was going to be a proof. Now the box owes me a proof. Oh, silver proof. Crazy. Crazy. What is this in the box? Oh, I thought it was a bug. It's not. It's just the way it was laying there. I thought it was a bug. Dead bug. That's good. That's good. Man, I thought that was going to be a proof. The way that thing was bringing through that roll. I could see that. Found a W. 2019. It's not bad, though. $200. That's pretty good. Dan, did you hunt the nickels or you just dump them? Did you hunt the nickels, Dan, or did you just dump them? I'm just curious now. 23 nickels is 2 bags. What'd you get? 2 bags? That's odd. My last nickel bag, I didn't get anything out of it. Bunch of old stuff. Man, I thought that was going to be a proof. Got to watch myself in the future on that. Got excited for nothing almost. Seen that wide rim and I seen the other one. It's like, wow, that's bright. You usually don't see stuff sticking to the wrapper that good. Yeah, moving. Yep, this is just like last week. Part of the same stuff. I wonder how many chrome ones we're going to get. I think that's a silver, number 3. I think that's another silver. Another 40%er. Pre-50, yeah, that was it. You only had 15 pre-60s. That was it. Oh, $40. Okay. Yeah, that's silver. That's roll number 34. Roll 34. What's it weigh? 225.1. 225.1. That'll make up for that a little bit. 68D. What do we got? We had a 67 and a 68 now. What's this? Looks like a proof now. 83. And it has its FG on it. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to call Dennis. I did text him. He might be sleeping. He was working last night. How'd that work? What did Dennis say? Dennis went to Ohio yesterday. No, yesterday? No, yesterday. Or the day before. I forget what he said. And he had deliveries in Pennsylvania somewhere. Mechanicsburg and 2 other places. Look what Jess found. 225.6. I know it's not heavy, but 225.6. Yeah, there's some new ones in here, but it's just like last. And we know it's the same as last week's stuff because there's another 87. Well, we did find what, 287s last week too, I think. We had a good week last week. I mean, that was a good week. 67 silver coins, gold. You think there's a silver in here? I'm hoping. I'm hoping, really hoping. No silver. I don't see any silver. I was hoping for at least a 40, but that one there is kind of shiny. I don't think it's a proof, but let's see what that one is. Not thick enough. Oh, man, look at that. We're going to find another 87 today. There's a nice 88. What's this? This is pretty wide. And an 89. Yeah, somebody threw somebody's stuff away. 226.1 did not pay off with even a 40. That's okay. Negative Ghost Rider. What's a negative Ghost Rider? 225.6. Yeah, good news is this is the same as last week's boxes, we're going to say. Oh, you know what else happened to me? I'm just curious. When something happens, you're always thinking, well, how does it work? Oh, and there's another thing, too. I'm going to get another box. It's going to be a Brinks box, though. I asked the girl yesterday if she had any, and they have, I forget how you call it. They call it their reserve. I said, well, can I order some half boxes from your reserve? She says, yeah, I'll order you a box. I'm going to try to get 1 box every week from another bank, which would be a Brinks box. And it's crazy, 23s. Hardly any 24s, and mostly 23s. And then, yeah, the Briggs box haven't been doing well, but I'm just hoping maybe they got some silver in their reserve boxes or whatever they call them. Yeah. What was I trying to? Oh, the one box I picked up, my extra box, they wrote 118 on it. I think that's the box with the ender. Actually, no, it's not. I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, I'm just wondering if like that number is like they wrapped 100 or they boxed up 118 boxes. You know, sometimes you'll see 40, sometimes you'll see 80. You know, written on a box. So I'm wondering if that number means how many. What that was 188, 118 box. You know. So maybe they wrapped 118 boxes up that day. Okay, 10 rolls to go. Don't know. So, yeah, it's going to be a new coin. It's hard to tell. You got all these bright edges with all these new coins in here, you know. But mostly 23s, you know. So yeah, first time I ever got a box that had anything ever written on it. It was actually a good box. I think it had like 40 something written on it. I ended up getting like around 20 some coins out of the box. It was just a coincidence that the one that had a number on it was had silver in it. So yeah. This one wasn't wrapped very well. Like that last week, that was the one that had the chrome plated one in there. Yeah, they're mostly 23. Yeah. Yeah, last week was a good week. Barber Ender. First time I've gotten a Barber Ender. My 5th barber that I found. I know I found at least one for Dennis. I never found 2 seated liberties. I'm pretty sure whoever dumped this stuff dumped a seated liberty or 2. Oh, look, there's another one. Chrome plated. I'm going to find 3 of them today. Another chrome, and these are pretty chromy. Very chromy. They look like they were just done. That almost looks like a proof. Is that a... No, it's Philadelphia. Looks like chrome is gonna be up against how many silver we find today, huh? But it makes me excited because you never know. We might get a thin silver. Yeah. I'm just hoping. Wouldn't that be nice? Like, oh man, when I opened that second roll up with that thin silver, this is 2012. I thought we had another barber. 1917S. Still a good coin. We were 2 years off of getting another barber. Yeah, Rob Fine's Treasure. Here's a 21. Just trying to think if I should just do. Yeah, I think Dennis. I don't know what time he was supposed to do. His deliveries were supposed to start like at 4 o'clock in the morning. He had 3 drops. So I'm pretty sure he's at home sleeping. So I think he'll be mad if I don't try to at least. I did text him, but he didn't reply. So I'm assuming he's sleeping. So I'll give it. We're gonna hunt another box, and then when I'm gonna hunt his. But I hope he's here when I hunt his. No, that's the last roll. I mean, there wasn't a lot of new ones in here considering, you know. So that was a good box. We're tied. 3 chrome for 3 silver. That's a good box. 3 chromies. 3 chromes. It faked me out and thought I was getting a proof. 281s and 174. And then we did get 3 silvers, 190, 2 40s. I think we'll do the sister box. You want to do the sister box next? I don't know. Let me see what's in the sister box. I think the sister box. Oh, the sister box had the 220. Yeah, we're going to do the sister box now. Cool beans. 3 silver, 3 chrome. It's tie right now. Let's see if Dennis looked at his text. Yeah. Did Dennis look at his text? No, he did not. Let me try to call him real quick. Hold on 1 second. No, he's not answering. So I'm going to do the sister box of this one just to see what we get. So we're going to do my extra box. It's kind of crazy. I hate to say it, but these 2 boxes were the only ones with heavy ones in it. So I'm not complaining. My extra boxes every week have been had silver in them. So yeah, we're gonna flip this one around and do that one a little bit later. But yeah, here's our sister box. It looks like the other one, 23, 23, 24, 2003, same setup, and then we do have 1 heavy one marked in orange, 226.4. 99% of the time that's got silver, usually 90% silver. So yeah, we'll try to call Dennis a little bit later because he's probably just dead sleeping right now, but I don't want to open his box up unless he's here, but I'm going to have to do it. All right, so let's see what's in box number 2. All right, it's a sister box. So I noticed another thing too. This box was dropped because there's a lot of rolls like busted open. And the box is a little cockeyed and damaged. But yeah, this box here was dropped. So definitely dropped. So we're going to be seeing some rolls here that are like half ripped open. Yeah, I texted Dennis that one time and he's like, why didn't you call me? So talked to him last night. Now this is going to be the good sister box. We're hoping this is going to be a good sister box. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. There's a 2012. We'll find out. Yeah, 226.4. I'm always happy to see a 4. 4s don't always guarantee silver in them, but I think it will. I'm hoping it will. 226.5. I'm more 99.9% confident it's going to have a 90 in it, you know? No guarantees, but 226s and 226 1s and 2s and 3s. Man, once you get a 3, 4, I'm hoping. But you always get that one roll that weighs different, you know? There's always one roll that's got to be different. You weigh 1,000 rolls and they all weigh the same, and then you get one that's a 226, 226 1, 2, 3. We've been skunked up to what, 226 5 or something, or 6. I know Iowa boxes was 226 8. I think it was 6 here. So yeah, I'm hoping that the sister box is going to have something in it. Not saying I'm going to find a barber seated or something like that, but based on last week and having the same look, I'm just hoping that maybe there's a thin silver in one of these rolls. That would really be cool. There's a 2014. Ugly sister box. I hope this is the pretty sister box. Knock on wood. The first boxes I got from this, I did get my first Walking Liberty of the year out of the one box. So I don't think every box has had silver, but we've been doing good. So, like last week, we had 3 enders from this bank. And the 3 ender box only had, I think like 13 or 15 silver coins in the 3 ender box. That almost looked like it was silver through all that chrome, but it's all that newness, but it's not. Just the way it looked. Look at all them new ones in there. And somebody got an X. Oh, there's another one. There's a V, same marker. Those are 24s there. 24s. It almost looked like it was silver for a moment. Oh, hold on 1 second. There he is. He's finally woken up. He's going to turn it on. He'll be here shortly. What is that? 2021. That's what that was. So, all right. First 10 rolls, 224.7. That one was marked or it's just green. What is that? Oh, another nice 89. I think we're going to get another 87 today yet. 1980. Oh, this one's like falling apart. See, some of them were busted open. Some of them were like busted open. This box was dropped. No doubt about it. This one's busted too. A couple of them busted open. Probably knocked the silver right out of the box. They were stealing the silver. Yeah. And it's nice to see heavy ones, but you just don't know if there's any 40s in them. I mean, for the most part, you normally get 40%ers, but not all what we've been doing. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. And it's nice to get an ender. The ender rolls a 225.9, so I don't know if that's going to be 40 or 90. So it could be a 90 in that one. We don't know. This one looks a little different. 87. No, it's a 90. There's some nicer older coins. There's no doubt about it. So somebody threw somebody's collection away. How much of it will we get? I don't know. Yeah. I'm getting worried I'm going to get new boxes here shortly, but I hope not. Because I think if that's going to happen, I'm going to go to my other banks and I'm going to try to get a couple of them to order boxes. So when I go get them, that I go to a couple banks instead of driving just for a couple of boxes. I get a bunch of boxes. And I know they're going to be Brinks rolls, but I'm just hoping there's going to be silver in them. Crazy. Look at that. Chrome's going to take the lead. That's our 4th Chrome coin. Here's your 86. Somebody sure chromed a lot of coins. That's the 4th Chrome. Chrome is, I got a funny feeling we're going to get more Chrome coins today. We are going to get silver. But that's okay. It's the same dump. This one's busted open. 225.5. I think last week we ended up getting a couple rolls that were just solid, brand new coin. It was weird. So 4 chrome and 3 silver. Who's going to win today? I don't know. And there you have a roll with 1 in it. 23. Yeah, I'm concerned about my normal bank boxes. There's what? 1 ender in the 1 box, and the other 3 boxes, there's like nothing close to being heavy. I think a 220, a 225, 7, maybe 1 8 in those boxes, and 1 ender. So I hope there's more than 1 silver out of 4 boxes, but we're going to find out. Another busted up roll. Another with no silver. That's 20 rolls gone. 20 rolls. 224.7. Yeah, they're just, these rolls just are not standing out like for weight. I mean, if there's a lot of 225, 5, 6, 7s, 8s, these are a lot of 224s mixed in here. You know? Weird. Very weird how that works. Another busted roll. This box was dropped hard because there's just a bunch of busted rolls in here. Busted rolls. Yeah, we did find 174. I'm only looking, I know I'm doing this fast, but the only thing I'm looking for when it comes to the variety years is when I'm doing it, like you'll hear me say like, oh, there's a nice 74, a nice 73. I'm looking for a nicer one. You know, I'm looking for a nicer one. So yeah, I'm looking, but I'm only looking at the nicer ones. If we sat here and looked for every 71, 72, 73, and 74, we'd be here a long time. Yeah. So yeah, we did find a, believe it or not, we did find a, I'm going to say it's like at least a mint state 63, 64 DDO 74 last year. And we actually did, there's a 22. We actually did find a die rotation by accident at the same time. So yeah, that was pretty cool. This is roll 25. Yeah, I'm just looking for the nice ones. Yeah, I already got them all. I'm just trying to find a nicer version of them. That last one we found was really nice. Yeah. So, no, we actually found that while we were streaming. It was a nice 74D, and I'm like, oh, let's see if it's a DDO. And it's like, boom, it was. So, I'm not doing anything off camera. When these get checked like we're doing, I just take them and dump them. So, yeah, we're in the second half of the box. So, yeah, we found that one by, I was just doing this, and it was a nice 74D, and, yeah, it was a beautiful DDO. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's really easy to tell a good one, a nice one versus an old. They're all normal wear and wore out. But you'll see the nice ones. You know when you see it. See, there's some rolls that don't even have any new ones in them at all. rolls. This box is busted up a little bit here and there. You think we'll find any silver in this box? This is going to be the ugly sister box, I guess, huh? Couple more rolls, we'll be at that 226.4. Still waiting for our first silver here. Three rolls to go for that heavy one. I think they knocked all the silver out of it when I dropped it. 225.3. No new ones in that one at all. I haven't seen any rusty ones like we did last week. Well, odd setup. 226.4. You'd think maybe there's a silver in there, 90%. I'm hoping, but this box has produced 0 so far. There it is right there. And that is not a chrome one. That's just a shiny, nice edge. It's not a chrome. Should be a Kennedy. Oh my God. This is going to be a Benji, dude. Look at that edge on there. Look at the reading on there. I thought that was going to be a Kennedy. We actually got Benji in the house. Denver minted 1963. Last year for Benji. That's a 90, brother. That I would have never guessed that that was a Benji based on that reading. Oh my God, there's hardly any wear on this thing. Oh my God. There's no full bell lines on it, I can tell you that. We got Benji in the box. I'll take that all day long. Beautiful 63. That is awesome. We'll take that all day long. Same way with the 83s. I do look at the 83s. 82s, usually the nicer ones. Look for that missing FG. I do glance. I would have never guessed that was a Benji. I thought that was going to be another Kennedy. Now all we need is a Walker in the box somewhere. Good luck with that. I think that was our last heavy roll. I think we have a... That's the only heavy roll we had. Dennis has a 226.2, I think, in his box, but... Yeah, Dennis, when he got his, it's the same numbered box. It's 7924 or something. And he had FN String and Son rolls in it. And this box has Brinks rolls in it. Yeah, Arizona Silver Miner. How you doing? Yeah, Benji. I would have never guessed that was going to be a Benji. So we're tied up again. 4 silver, 4 chrome. 4 silver and 4 chrome. Who's going to win? 4 silver and 4 chrome. That is crazy. Tied 4 apiece. I just feel whoever had this collection and whoever dumped it, this person had a lot of stuff to dump. Just don't know what we're going to get from it, but at least we know we're on the same path, I guess you could say. Somewhere here, I gotta remember to. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I got 2 rolls. I noticed it right off the bat because they were higher, but they're from Delaware Park or something. Casino. We've gotten them before. There's only 2 rolls in the one box. It's just weird how that does that. Out of one box, we'll have a couple of these rolls. It'd be nice to see silver come out of them. Benji in the box. Who would have guessed? Now, when I weighed that roll, it came out 226.4, and then it dropped to 226.3, which I'm not happy to see. And then I weighed it again, it said 226.4. So I'm like, okay. Hopeful. This roll was busted open too. This box was dropped hard. I was really hoping to see some 40s come out of this box, but right now, not happening. I guess you were right. It's the ugly sister box. No more boxes after you get in your last two boxes. You got a Benji, but that's crazy. No more. How long were you getting coins from the credit union? Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. No more. It's like no more. It's amazing how much stuff's out there and how much stuff is still being dumped. 2 boxes. Oh, it was just 2 boxes. That's all you got. That's a shame, because at least you know here's a 2007. Somebody marked on that. That was the other coin. So red and blue. 2022, 24. Now oh, you talking to me or him? I don't dump at the same bank I get them from. I don't. I get them from the bank, dump them at the credit union. It was one of my things when I first started this, not to dump where you get them. Arizona. 6 rolls to go. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Glad you got it. We finally woke up. Yeah. 5 rolls to go. Benji's all we get. Benji's a good thing. I was sure hoping to see some 40s out of this box. But this is the ugly sister box. Time to wake up. What time did you get home? Three rolls to go. $9.30. Seeing quite a few of these marks. I've seen these before. Well, one heavy one, one Benji. I'll take it. There's your bonus stuff. I don't think. We got 1 roll to go. We have not found any 40s in this. 22, another 22. All right, last roll. Will it be lucky? 225-1. No other silver, just that 1 roll. I'm not complaining. If there were going to be a Benji in every box, that'd be tickled pink. Only 1 chrome one Benji. That's another good box. Sister box is paid off again. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I would have never guessed that was going to be a Benji based on that reading on that coin. 63, and it does not have full bell lines, not even close. And a chrome plate at 86. All right, so I'm going to open up one of my other boxes. Got nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even mark this one. I didn't even mark this one. There's nothing to mark. Oh, this is the one with the lighter roll in it. So, yeah. There's a lot of newer. I don't want to say there's a lot of newer, but there's definitely a lot more newer. And there's this week. But we know that. And I did mark this one kind of. It's my lightest roll was a 224.2, so I'm going to try to remember when I get to that to see if there is a magic coin in it. Yeah, I just noticed that there's more newer coin enders in this week, but we know from these two boxes this is the same as last week's dump because it has the very shiny chrome plated. So let's see what we find in this box. This has no heavies, and the closest, the lightest one is a 224.2. And we do have one ender in one of the 4 boxes of this bank. So, yeah, and we're going to do Dennis's box after this one here, do halfway. So we're hoping that we see something in here, 40s. I hope there's I'm hoping to see a thin silver, actually. Yeah, thin silver would be nice. Yeah, when you're weighing these rolls and they're like a lot of 224s and change, it's like it just doesn't hold out a lot of hope for much. But yeah, even a 40 comes thin then. 224.9. Yeah, last week we had like what, 21, 22 heavy ones. That's a good week. Yeah, I love weighing them. I mean, I started weighing them. I forget all how it worked because when I first started doing this, I was literally counting every coin. And then somewhere along the line, I ended up asking my wife to get me a scale. She ended up getting me this one, which I wanted anyways. But this doesn't weigh a full roll. It's too much. So then ended up getting this scale here. This is the one you want to weigh the full rolls. And then that's where I started. Like, I took a 40. You won't know a 40 by weighing them. So I weigh them to see it, make sure all the coins are there. All the coins are there. If there's any missing, same theory. A heavy roll, looking for 90% silver. You're not looking for a heavy roll for 40% silver because a 40% silver coin only weighs less than 0.2 of a gram. They more or less 40 and a clad weigh almost the same. So, plus, you're also looking for a foreign coin weigh light. Foreign coins weigh heavy. Magic coin. Wow, look, that's what I mean. Look what happened. That's what happened last week too. There's one. I think there's only one. Yeah, there's only one old coin. Would that have been cool if there would have been a nice silver in that mess? Yeah, that happened last week too. But we had full solid rolls. I remember some people. I remember one person in particular, and I won't mention their names. They said, "Why do you weigh your coins? It's a waste of time." You know what? Guess who weighs their coins? I wouldn't weigh my coins. It's a waste of time. I love weighing coins. I love getting boxes. I love looking for enders, and I like weighing them. See if I had any heavy ones. I love seeing a heavy one. Yeah. 2 oldies in that roll, too. Hope there'll be a silver in this box somewhere, I hope. Yeah, I mean, there's a 74D. I mean, it's not the nicest in the world, and I'm not going to check it because it has the ring of death, you know? No, it wasn't you. It was another channel. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I started it, but I'm one of the people who started weighing the rolls. I mean, I started it, I believe, more than anybody. I don't know. I just got a scale, started weighing every roll, so I knew they were all there. And then I'm like, let me take a magic coin. I took one cloud out, put a magic coin in, weighed it. It actually weighed, I think it was like 224.2 or 3 or something like that with that magic coin because they're all going to be different. So it just seemed like I never found the magic coin above 223.9, so I made my light 223.9 or less. But if I get one that's like close to it, I'll check it. And the same way with the 90% silver. First time I did that, I took a clad out, put a 90 in, weighed it. The roll actually weighed 227 something. But you can get a 90 anywhere into like high 225s, 8, 9. I don't want to say 7, but all the way up into the 227s, and you'll only have one 90%er, but sometimes you'll have multiples, That's like when you're weighing the rolls. I mean, most of these rolls weigh, I think, 225.7 and less. And you're right now. I'm hoping to see 40%ers in this, or a thin silver. Could be a magic coin mixed in here with a like if we found for some reason we found the 90%er in one of these rolls that doesn't weigh heavy. Definitely going to check for die rotations and stuff, because there's got to be something wrong with one of the coins. So yeah. Just like when some rolls, I have to sneeze. Ow, that hurt. Sometimes you sneeze and somehow it goes through your ear. That hurt. Sometimes you'll weigh a roll, it'll weigh heavy, and then there's no silver in it, so I'll weigh each individual coin to see why it weighs heavy. And if a coin weighs heavy or light, I actually put them in a cup. I have a cup for heavies and lights. Yeah. I know the light planches could be, I forget what year they normally are, based on a quarter stock. The heavy ones, I forget why they're heavy. I just keep them just for the funsies, just in case for some reason there might be something about them. Yeah. Yeah. Hope you're not talking about me. I get uglier every day. Yeah. Yeah. And then I shave once in a while, and I actually look like a pretty boy. and the whole cycle starts all over again. Yeah. Yeah, I love weighing them. Yeah, like when I weighed that 226.9, that was like one of the first heavy rolls, first rolls I weighed heavy. I'm like, don't be a teaser roll. Then we did get the 226.1, but I don't hold my breath on those 226s, but it happens. There's another roll, 2 oldies in it. Crazy. 2 oldies. Yeah, we can't go back in time and start this over again. If I'd known about this, I'd have done this a long time ago. I know it's only a 224.2, but that's somewhere where I saw a magic coin once when I did my test. I'm just going to make sure that there's no... I bet it's probably going to be one that's... I don't see a wore out edge, so let's see what we got here, if there's any die rotations. Just for the funsies. Usually the last one we did was a really beat up coin. Could just be a light roll, because there's a lot of light rolls. I'm going to say light rolls, but... And I can't hear the tone difference, so I have to check the die rotation. My ears have been ringing like super crazy lately. And my face just got something between my ear and what's going on in my head. There it is. See, when you flip a coin over, U.S. coinage. Heads up, eagle up. Magic coin, heads up, tails down. This is a magic. There's something wrong with this coin. Is this a magic coin? Sounds like it could be. I think we might have one here. Hold on. Let me check the edge. Yeah, magic coin. Let's see if I can pop it open for you. See if I can pop it open for you. Hold your ears. I'm going to slam her down. This is what I was doing. I slam it, take it and slam it down on a hard surface and pop it out. It might not come out though. I know this is not even moving, dude. I'm trying. First time I did that, I put it in a glass and shook it hard and I ended up breaking the glass. It's coming. I see a gap. It's coming. Just hold on. Listen to the noise. I just slam them down. It's coming. This sucker is not wanting to come out. It's coming. There it goes. It's busted open now. I have to glue it back together. I know. The glue, I broke the glue off of it, but that's fine. I glue it back together. But we found the magic coin. A little bit of goop in there holding it together. And usually it's a Mexican coin that's cut in half. I love these designs. They're pretty cool. That is cool. But there's a magic coin. Where's Deborah at? We have a magic coin. Yeah, one had a little glue sticking it together there. We're going to clean that up one day and glue that back together, and we'll be good to go. But there's a magic coin. If I wouldn't have weighed the roll, I wouldn't have known to check. Maybe it might be one, but there we go. There goes the proof why I weigh them. And besides that, when I dumped the coins, the machine would have spit it out, but that's pretty cool. So we did get a magic coin out of box number 3. So it's not a skunk box, but yeah, see, that's why you weigh them. I know like Rick and Rob and Half a Dollar make their ears are so sensitive. They can hear that thing. They're like, oh, that sounds different. Chris, same way. Me, I can't hear. My ears ringing so loud right now. It's loud. Yeah. So that's why I weigh them. Give me maybe a look inside a roll that you can't see inside. How's that? So yeah, there's our magic coin. Deborah's not in the house. Hey Rick, how you doing? I see you there. I know my comments go by so fast. I just, between me babbling and not looking, I don't see it. But how you doing, Rick? Magic. You're in Dayton. Oh, you're in Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, you're in Dayton. Sorry, when I saw that, I'm thinking Daytona. You're in Daytona. Is that silver? I don't think so. Is that dirty silver? That'd be cool. No, it's not. It's just a dirty 1980. No, just a dirty 1980. Yeah, my ears, I can't hear it. I can't hear silver in the thing or nothing. I got to drop them separately. I can hear the different sound. That's good. I don't think last week, I don't think you found the silver, but it always seems, I know you're only doing like 2 or 3 boxes, but you always seem to pull at least one off sometimes, but last week did not happen. Did you even check out my video from my short from last week, Rick? We had a barber ender. I think you were here. Did you stop in last week? I forget. Barber ender. I hope one of these rolls is going to have one silver in like right there. That was 25 rolls. We got one barber so far. Or yeah, one barber, I wish. One magic coin. How do you get magic out of barber out of magic? Yeah. It was easy. The older you get, the better it sounds. Yeah. You watched the whole stream. That was a crazy stream, man. rubber ender, 1917S. Yeah. Got quads out on there's a 2019 Philadelphia. Yeah, I like weighing my rolls. And that's why we weigh them. See what we might, to see what we can't see. I mean, it's been a while, but normally you'll get those Irish coins, and those Irish coins are like 13 point some grams, but they're almost a gram more than a 90% silver. And the first time I've gotten one of them, and I'll always remember it. I went to Florida or something. I came back, and I'm like, no, I don't keep them. The only ones I keep are the 87s. So I started to keep them when I first did it. It's just a lot to keep, so I chose not to. I remember going to Florida or something. I came back, and I had a couple boxes. I'm like, I'm going to hunt this box because it's going to have a 90%er in it. It was not a 90%er in it. It was actually one of those Irish coins. It weighed, yeah. But I did find silver in the box, a 40%er, but I'll always remember that. I'm glad I wasn't like betting on it. I would have lost the bet. So they'll usually weigh in the, because they're like 13 point some grams, so they're always in the 227 range. That's why I kind of get worried sometimes when I get a 227 something. I'm like, could be an Irish coin. It's been a while since I got one, so we're due. Yeah. No, I don't keep any of the NIFCs. I only keep the 1987s. I started keeping everything that I was finding, and it's like, you don't realize how much stuff you'll accumulate over time. So I chose not to keep them, so I dumped them then. So I keep the 87. 87 was the first NIFC clad, we'll say. The first NIFC was actually the 1970. That was 40% silver. 87. We found two last week. I'm just feeling we're going to find more this week, but we just don't know. I mean, I got the chrome out of the first two boxes, but I don't know where we're going to get these. These boxes are just like a lot of 224, 8, 7s, 9s, 4s, 9, 9. I just, yeah, this doesn't make me feel chipper like we're going to find 40% silver in these boxes, you know? But we never know what we're going to find until we actually find it. These are 2024s, a lot of 2024s. Yeah, like a 225-1, then we got 224-7, 9, 225-4. Yeah, there's not a lot of, I mean, if there's silver, there's silver. If there's not, there's not. But it's always nicer to see the heavier 225s, mid 225s. Yeah. I always remember that. It was a long, I mean, you're talking almost 7 years ago, somebody said that. Weighing coins is a waste of time. Once in a while, they'll show up. There's a beat up $50. Yeah, I got it under in one of these boxes, but one ender does not mean we're going to find inners. So I'm hoping the sister boxes have something, but right now, a magic coin is what we get. Is that a proof? No, it's not. An 89, a thick 89. It's crazy to go from 67 coins one week and we're at 4 right now. We're going to get at least 5 silver coins today. But that's still a good day. I would love for your chaos theory to work all the time, Dennis. I really do, because most of the time it doesn't work. If there was 10 coins for every silver ender, that would be awesome. What happened last? Let's see. What happened last week? Now, last week would have been a good chaos theory week because the first box had the barber ender. That was the only ender. I think there was 13 or 15 silver coins in that box, so that one worked out good. Second box had, what was the second box? Forget about the second box. The next, I know the one ender box, the last one we did, that had 20 coins in it. That was great. There was 20 in that one for one ender. The other ender, let's see, we had a 3-ender box, but that only had like 13 or 15. We had 13, 15. One had 18. One ender box had 18. One had 20. One had like 15. So yeah, last week was a great chaos theory thing. That was a great one. And then the one box, I'm trying to think, all ender boxes had something in them. And only one box that wasn't an ender had one. So yeah, last week would have been a great chaos theory. We did at least probably like an average of, not counting the 3-ender box. The 3-ender box should have had 30 in it, right? That one only had like 13 or 15. I forget which one that was a 13 or 15 box. But yeah. The other ones had one. Yeah, one was 20, one was 15 or 13, one was 18. Yeah. So then this week we'll have one ender and there'll be 1 coin in it. That was it. Yeah, skating. Still skating. Yeah. Still got skating going on. So yeah, this one box has 10 coins in it. I'd be tickled pink. But right now, this is one of the 4 boxes that I picked up with that box. And right now, we just got a magic coin. So 4 rolls to go. 224.9, and even last week 224.7. I think twice we got 40s out of it. Yeah, if I wouldn't have weighed them rolls, I would have never had a chance to look to see if that magic coin was a 224 too. And there we go, more new ones. I mean, knock on wood, like last year, I only found 1 2025. And I'm not complaining. It scares me that I only saw 1 coin of 2025. Oh, man. Yeah. Last roll in box number 3. My normal bet go-to 4-box bank. Will we have a silver in the last roll? It would be nice. And then we're going to say no. All right, Dennis, looks like you're up. Well, we didn't get skunked. We got skunked silver. That makes it a boo box for that, but we did get a magic coin. All you got to do is glue that back together, and I'll clean the edges up so it opens and closes easier. But yeah, we did get a magic coin out of that, which is cool. All right, Dennis, you're up. Let's see. Hopefully this box has silver. This one has a lot of new enders in it. A lot of new enders. All Oh yeah, I'm going to bring that up. Hold on 1 second. That was, this box is from last week. It has a but it has a 74, yeah, 74, 7924 code on it. It's exactly the same code that was on his last box he had gotten, but they were the normal. These are the FN String and Son boxes, or Garda boxes. That's what I call them, because Garda's the one carrier that has these. And Dennis has 1, 226, 2. Now, being these are black rolls, which are Brinks rolls in a Garda box. And there's a lot of new enders. So we're going to hope that Dennis has, I see 23s and 24s, so it's a mixed bag. Mostly 24 enders, really. But there are 23 and 24, but I've only seen one so far. So, yeah, up you go. Good luck, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis's last box, he ended up getting 12 silver coins out of it. Where am I at? Box number 4. Well, good news is you don't see any new ones in that roll. But there are a lot of new enders, buddy. A lot of new enders. Philadelphia from 24s. Yeah, a lot of new ones too. Come on, silver, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis got his first box was what, 2 or 3 weeks ago. He ended up getting 12 silver coins out of it. I forget what you got out of that. I think you ended up with like 10 90s out of it or something. I forget. 9 or 10 90s. See, like, look, there's no new ones in the next roll either. It's like, it's just a mixed bag. Ooh, there's a 225-9. That'd be nice to see a 40 in that. Would have been nice, but it's not going to happen. 1090s. You need 1090s now. How much is silver today? It was 84 something last night. That's 23s. There's mostly 23s in that roll. We still have no proof yet. So right now, Dennis is averaging 12 coins per box with his 1 box hunt. Be nice if that would stand, but I just kind of weird how you get. I know my bank, the boxes have no code on them, and they got Brinks rolls in them. It's just kind of weird that you have a code on this one. It's just, and we know they didn't wrap it with Brinks rolls, so somebody somehow, I don't know. I just don't know how this happens. Just don't know how it happens, Dennis. I'm never gonna. Yeah, but normally there's something up that keeps going up and down. I forget how. I know that the market closes, but it still changes. I don't know. I know it's market's closed, but the silver is still going up and down no matter what, I think. And your last box had an ender. We weren't short. And look, no new ones at all in that roll. I'm hoping you got something in here. Brinks rolls are just my worst rolls. I just never feel confident unless I open a box up and see silver enders. Brinks is just tough. They've always been tough. I've seen people across the country get, I think 40, 42 or 43 I've gotten out of a Brinks box already, but it's very rare. It's a very rare moment. Makes you think that they're taking the silver out. out of it all the time, you know? Anything's possible, you know? So, yeah. The next roll has a bunch of new ones in it. Wow. What state are you in? Oh my God, that's a good box. I've seen it too. I've seen hundreds of coins come out of Brinks boxes. The most I ever got was 40 something out of one of my sister's boxes. But ever since I used to get these boxes, Brinks was always good for proofs. They were like my proof box. You're in Missouri. Oh my God. But in my area, my Brinks boxes, they're the worst boxes. That's all I can tell you. They're the worst. No, I found silver in them, but they're tough. Very tough. It just makes you think that they're like my credit union. I dump at my credit union. My credit union is a Brinks carrier, and their machine will spit out foreigns and silver. So you're never going to get bags of coins from my credit unions going back to Brinks with silver in them. It's never going to happen. I think that's one of the reasons why, because I'm hunting so many coins, all my stuff goes back with nothing in it. So I'm getting most of my coins back all the time. I can imagine, like, I've done over $1.5 million. I can't tell you exactly what. I don't think I'm at $2 million worth of halves over the years, but I'm over $1.5 million guaranteed. You can imagine how many of these coins I've hunted over and over and over again. I can tell you which ones I haven't hunted before. Oh, these aren't Brinks though, but anything that's silver, chrome, magic coins, proofs, anything, that's all new. All this clad returns. I could have hunted these coins 20 times. Who knows? I wish every one of my coins was somehow marked that I could sit there and go, yep, I've already hunted these 5 times, because it'll be a 5 number, you know, something. I've hunted over, I know, $1.5 million worth of coins since I've done my stream, since I've started my hunting. Since I started my career of hunting coins. So if I would have been, if the banks wouldn't have closed and COVID wouldn't have hit and people won't stop, I'd be over 2 million easy, for sure. Yeah, hunted, but I know I'm over $1.5 million, and that's a lot of coins. And how many coins have I hunted? Over and over and over again, the same coins. But you know, didn't get these before. I've got none of this stuff before. It's all new to me. So you are getting stuff that you've never hunted before, which, you know, the silver. But what about this here? How many of these? How many times have I hunted these coins? Only God knows. You know, he probably don't care. Yeah. You've never gotten Brinks. Gotten a Brinks. Only Loomis. And when I first started doing this, to me, Loomis were the better boxes. I love the FN String and Sun boxes, but Loomis was always the better boxes. But right now, I would love to get more FN String and Sun boxes, but it's hard to do because my bank, I could get rolls from my new banks that I opened. That's where I get the bags from. I could actually order boxes from them, but I just can't take the chance to keep running 100 miles round trip to get a couple of boxes that doesn't give you anything. So I'm just wish I knew how their whole system worked. They're telling me all their change and money comes and goes to the Fed. Another bank, the one I'm going to get coins from, says, no, we have our own. The carrier wraps our stuff and they have it on hand. So they have their own, I'm going to call it a stash. They have their own, I don't know. It's not a stash. It's called something else. I can't think of the word right now. So that's why I'm ordering. I said, can I order from your stash? She's like, sure, I'll order you a box. I'm going to try to get a box every week. I know they're Brinks. I'm just hoping I'm going to get a Brinks box with something in it. It's a shame a 225.9 doesn't have a 40 in it, but because when I was, the bank that I'm going to get my box from was when COVID was here, I was dumping a lot. Now, you got to remember, I don't know if I ever went to this bank specifically, but I went to banks south of me. So I don't know if they all end up at the same place to get wrapped. But I dumped a lot of wrapped boxes at the bank. So for all I know, it's just stuff that yeah, but one thing about it, they used to be a Garda carrier, but now they're a Brinks carrier. See, it used to be Garda. That's where I used to get Garda boxes from. But when COVID hit and you couldn't go into the credit union or note and to dump coins, I had to wrap coins to get rid of them. And I mean, I wrapped boxes and boxes of coins. Lots of coins. And it was from the bank I'm getting my coins from, or going to try to get a box from. It's amazing. Another 225.9. I would hope that these would have had a 40 in them at least, but right now it's throwing zeros up, Dennis. And I know the bank that I can order some from that's 100 miles round trip, they used to be Brinks carrier, but they switched over from Brinks to Garda. And for some reason, the Brinks rolls are in a Garda box, just like this. But they have no code. That's half the box, Dennis. They have no code. So Dennis has the same thing going on here from a different bank. But this one has a code. So it tells me it's coming from a different location. So, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, I'm just babbling on, but what are you going to do? $225.7. I just feel Brinks takes the silver out. And sometimes their machine's broken, they accidentally put silver in it. Sometimes I just feel there's a 2002. I just feel Brinks is taking the silver out of the stuff, out of the boxes, out of the bags. Plus, like I said, and I know my one dump bank, the credit union, is Brinks. So all my stuff, in a sense, as long as I keep doing that, goes to Brinks. So when I get my Loomis boxes, to me, it's like I'm getting fresh stuff, you know. If I dump at my other bank, that is Loomis, and I know I got that stuff back pretty quick because I marked a couple of coins just for funsies at the end of 2025. And I literally got them back within like 19 days or something, less than 3 weeks. So my goal is to dump at the Brinks carrier, not the Loomis carrier. So yeah, that's what makes me think that Loomis is just wrapping the coins for the bank. I mean, if they went back to the Fed, then how would they come back so quick, you know? That bank's telling, no, not that bank. I don't know what that bank's telling me. I don't know. So yeah. Lots of new ones. Oh my God, look at that. There's my second 2025. There's a Philadelphia. That's a 2025. Oh, there's another one. Just talking about 2025s, and I cannot believe I finally got, oh wow, I got a roll with a bunch of new 2025s in it. I got to take them out for now. That is crazy. There we go. That's the most 25s I found this at all. There we go. There's a 25s. 2, 4, 6, 7 25s in that roll. That is crazy. That's concerning now. We're going to start getting 2025s. That is crazy. 2, 4, 7. 7 25s in that roll. That is that crazy or what? It's only the second time I've ever found 2025s. First time I only found one. That is just crazy how that works. All I've been seeing is 23s and 24s. It's just weird that one roll's got 25s in it. It's just weird seeing so many coins with 25 on it when I haven't only seen one, you know. That is just crazy, just that roll too. Yep, 23s and 24s, but mostly 23s. Depends on which roll you open up. Wah, wah, wah. You haven't gotten any 2025 yet. Crazy. We're in 26. Took me forever, and then yeah. It's concerning because I thought 2025 were supposed to be NIFCs, but somebody was telling me that they were getting, there's a 2014 Philadelphia. But they were getting whole boxes of 25, so knock on wood. Yeah, I'm worried about getting more 23s, and just curious. This is the last one I'm going to look at to see. You know, kind of weird, man. One roll, only one roll, 25s in it. Weird. You get a very few of them. That's weird, man. We get a lot of them here. 23s, 24s, a lot here. 226 too, Dennis. I hope there's something in here, but the 225 9s, nothing. I hope, for your sake, that there's something in this roll. Kind of busted too. There's going to be nothing in it, Dennis. Boo, and there's not even, is there one new one in there? Yeah, no, 95 and 91. There's not even a new coin in there to make them heavy. Nothing, dude. Boo. 21s and 22s. These boxes, I've seen a couple of 22s in them. Well, not this box, but the other ones, the Loomis. The 21s and 22s are actually tough to see, but they're out there. And you see a 20 every now and then, but see, there's a 22 in Dennis's box, Philadelphia. But yeah. Not that I want to see them, but you should see more 22s and 21s in the boxes. And I'm not complaining. Oh no, you had 20. Yeah, last year we were getting, let me see, how's that work? I get confused because we're into a new year now. In 2023, I'm gonna make sure I say this right. I threw all the stuff away that I kept track of. In 2023, Dennis and I started getting brand new 2023 boxes, and I think they were Philadelphia's. No, they were Denver's, actually. They were Denver's now that I think about it, Denver. But when we got the boxes, they were mixed with circulated boxes, which didn't make it so bad. So we made it through 2023, and then it just finally stopped with the new boxes, I believe. Got into 24. And then in October of 2024, Dennis and I were getting brand new 2024 Philadelphia's, 9 boxes a week, brand new coins. And between October to the end of the year, I only got one circulated box. I stopped ordering half dollars for the first time in like 6 years. I couldn't take it no more. But Dennis got lucky and ended up getting some circulated boxes. And near the end of 2024, Dennis actually had a really good box. I think on our last stream, I forget what was in it, but it was crazy. I stopped ordering coins at the end of the year, and I started ordering nickels. It was so nice to open up a box of coins that was circulated. So Dennis was still ordering 2 boxes a week. So when Dennis finally started getting circulated coins again, I waited a week, then I started ordering them. So I think it was a week or two. I ended up getting circulated coins, but then it went back to new and I stopped ordering. Did the same thing. Dennis started getting circulated coins. And then knock on wood, we've had circulated coins. Oh my God, I don't even know. What year are we in? This was last year. I'm confused. Yeah, last year was, 24 we got. Yeah, that was terrible. 24 was bad. And then we went into 25. 25 was doing good. We did get, I forget how 25 worked. No, 25 was a terrible year because I really didn't start getting boxes again until like April or May. And I was getting circulated boxes, but I was only ordering, I think, 2 a week or something. Then I finally graduated back up to 4 boxes, where I used to get 5 boxes at the one bank. And then everything was fine up until the end of last year. The girl that normally orders them, well, we'll say she went on vacation, and then the girl, when the coins came in, their order came in, she realized that my halves weren't there, and she called me and said she's so sorry she forgot to order my halves. And then I said, can I order 8 boxes instead of 4? She says, sure. And I was joking with my wife, and I said, watch me get all 8 brand new coins. And then guess what came in? There was 8 boxes of 2024 Philadelphias at the end of last year. 8. And then the following week, I got 4, and luckily they were circulated. So, and then this year, I know I babble on a lot, don't I? And this year I did get, I picked up my coins. The 1 box was brand new. So that was 1. And then the lady called and said the other bank accidentally ordered 2 boxes of halves. Do you want them? I said, yeah, tell them I'll be there. And they were brand new 2 boxes too. So there was 2 there, 1 there. So that was 3. And then the next week, I forget how it worked. I think I ordered 2 from the other bank, but they were circulated. The next week, the other bank that I started ordering them from didn't order them because she thought I didn't want them, but we got that straightened out. Glad she didn't order them, because my other bank, there was 4 brand new boxes of 2024s. So now I'm terrified that I'm going to get 2024s again. And now we have the 2026s coming out, and 2026s are apparently getting dumped, made, and put into circulation. You say in the circulation, but they're really not in circulation because you have to order boxes to get them. So, but really, they're not NIFCs. They're going to get dumped. So they're going to make a lot of, apparently they're going to make a lot of these 2026s because it's the 250-year anniversary. And they're going to be like the bicentennials, and they're just going to be gazillions of them out there, you know. So now you got to worry about getting 2024s. Don't know where the 25s are. Don't care. Hope they're buried in a backyard somewhere. And now we have to worry about 24s and 26 boxes now. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned what's going to happen in the future of getting circulated boxes. Yeah, Brinks rolls suck. I don't care what anybody says. I got nothing nice to say about it. It's nice to get circulated boxes, but 2 rolls to go for you, Dennis. 225.4. This really sucks. I hate Brink's rolls. I really do. Because they are the worst ever. Well, you're going to go from an average of 6 per box, or 12 a box to 6 a box. But it's still a good average. It's still respectable. Your last roll, dude. No silver. No nothing. Not even we haven't even got a proof yet today. That's it. There's a 2021. You want to see a 2021? You see one every now and then. That's nice too. Blue. Blue is an understatement. That's crazy because I'm not saying there wasn't other ones in there, but what are your odds of 7 2025 Philadelphias in one roll and I didn't see another 2025? Not saying they weren't there, but how did I manage to see all that, you know? That's pretty cool though. 2025s. Okay, we're going to open another one of my sister boxes, I guess you could call it. So, yeah. Yeah, we go. Sure glad I got an ender. You know what? We're going to open Delaware Park up. We got Delaware Park in here. That's what it is. Delaware Park. I think that's what I said earlier. Delaware Park is I think it's a racetrack and casino. I think. I'm assuming it's still open. I don't know. Up you go. It was kind of weird. I was weighing these rolls and boom. 2 of them are different. Delaware Park. We've gotten that before. Now, these weigh a 225.6 and a 225.8, but that'd be cool to get silver from Delaware Park. Casino. I'm assuming Delaware Park. I think it's a racetrack and a casino. What does that say? We've had that happen before. I haven't got silver at it. Oh boy, that's man. Delaware Park. What's it say on there? PA. Oh, it says racetrack and slots. It says racetrack and slots on it. That's what it says. It says racetrack and slots on it right there. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Get 2 rolls in a box. How did they get in there? How did they get in there? Yeah. So we got our Loomis rolls. Again, 24 enders, 23 enders. So let's hope this is not like the first one where there was nothing but a magic coin. There's no light ones, no heavy ones, no nothing. Cool beans. So let's see if we can find some yummies. Hopefully. So right now we have 2 boxes that have nothing going for them. And the last box has got 1 silver ender, and we're hoping that the chaos theory works. Because last week it worked very well. Dennis's chaos theory is 1 ender, 10 silver coins in a box, and it does not work that way. A lot of times you'll have the only silver will be the ender. But yeah, last week that worked out great. Normally when you see 2019s, I usually see silver with them, but I didn't see one for the last box. I think it was Dennis's box. So let's see what happens in this bad boy here. So right now we have 4 silver coins out of 4 boxes. So right now we're averaging 1 a box for today. Here's another 2019. That's what I mean. Somebody dumped a roll of these because it just looked like they were minted yesterday. You see a lot. I see more 2019s than most. Still no proof yet today either. There's a 2002. There's your first real NIFC after 87 was 2002 is when it all started. So your NIFCs were not intended for circulation, so you had to buy them from the U.S. Mint. Oh man, I thought that was going to be an 87. It's a decent 89. There's another 2019. A lot of 2019s in this one. Come on, silver. You think there's silver in there? I don't know. I don't think so. That'd be cool. Really, what is a nice 83? Has its FG, yeah. 95 and 88. Not happening. 225.5. Yeah, last week when I thought I had all silver in the boxes, I messed up. The one was not an ender, but luckily there was one on the inside. That is just crazy that one roll had. Here's another 2019 from Philadelphia. There's a lot of 2019s in here. Yeah. 25.3. 23. I don't know. I know these boxes are like last week's boxes, but are these from like last week? I believe they are. Do I see a chrome one or something old? Could be a different setup, you know? Yeah, right now I'm averaging over 4 coins per box. So I'm trying, Dennis. I drank a pot of coffee before I started this. Another 2019. Plenty of 2019s. There's a 2001 that don't count. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. I am trying. There's two 2019s. Somebody dumped a bunch of 2019s, I can tell you that. Yeah, I'm not complaining. This year's been a good start. I'm just worried that all these new coins out there, you know. Yeah, we got those 23s, man. They were Denver's. I don't think I ever saw any full boxes of 23 Philadelphia. They were just Denver's. But at least when we got those, they were mixed with the circulated boxes. And then when the 24s came out, it was just 2024s. 2024s. That was brutal, man. Brutal. There were 2.5 months of non-stop new coins. It was terrible. I threw the sticky note. I forget how many we got. It was over 100 boxes. I mean, we're getting 9 a week. Dennis did get a few circulated boxes in there. Another 2019. You finally made it home. I didn't even know you left. Where'd you go? Rick, you are deserving of a good box. It's time for another good box. They're out there. There's good box out there. There's good ones out there. Just who's going to get them? You got to work at your day job. A lot of 2019s in here. Yeah, last week was a special week when it came. We have a couple good streams this week or this year so far. So yeah, there's a 2020. I mean, you can find a couple 2020s, 21s, a couple 22s. Mostly 23s and 24s, and they're everywhere. I mean, when you're at the end of 2025 and you're getting brand new boxes of 24s, and then you get into 26 and you're getting brand new boxes of 24s, it's like, how many boxes of 2024s, there's another 2019, are out there to get yet, you know, in my area. I already thought about it. What if I start getting brand new boxes for how many weeks? How many weeks do I got to go for it till I say I'm not going to do it again? So if you don't order boxes, you have no chance of finding anything. Yeah, this dog, this coffee's going through me, dude. Yeah, I don't know about this box. I don't know if we're going to find it. I know there's silver in the one box, but there's a lot of 2019. It seems like I find each one in every roll. 2019, 225, 6. Yeah, I drink pretty much ever since I quit smoking. It's like I drink a lot more coffee, I can tell you that. 2019. Definitely drink a lot more coffee every day. Yeah. I'm trying not to drink soda because I gained weight since I've done that too. So yeah. I would love to drink a Mountain Dew when I'm streaming, but not happening. Yeah, right now we know we have 4 silver coins. I have 1 ender in the last box. So we're just hoping that, see where we at? We're at, we have 2 boxes left. Only 2 boxes of it. So 3 out of 6 of mine are going to be silver. So 50% of the boxes, you can't argue with that. 50% of the boxes, and that's where there's a 21. That's kind of where we were at last year, around 50% of the boxes, because the year here's that Delaware Park one, 225.6. That would be cool to get a silver from a Delaware Park casino roll. Wouldn't that be cool to open a roll up and go boom, silver? Let's see what's in here. See, there's a 23. I think somebody said that there's still have slot machines that take money. There's a 2009. Because, yeah, if you get a roll from them, they got to be, you still have to have the old slots, I believe. I think that's what somebody said. I think they still have slot machines that take change. Yeah, it'd be a good idea. I'm going to take $1.50 down to the casino and see if I can double my money. I'll stuff it in the machines and print out a ticket, hopefully. They'll give me my money. Take it up to the... I can't remember the last time when I used change, I used to go to the casino. Get your bucket of coins. Take them up. There's 2019. There's a lot. I mean, there's like almost every roll has at least one 2019. It's usually only 1 or 2. 20 rolls to go. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to find silver in here, but we're trying. I would have loved to got another 67 coins this week. I'm just hoping that one day there's still a chance of getting some of the dump that we got last week. And I know this is part of it because of the chrome coins. But right now, these 4 boxes are not showing the love at all. But it's nice to know that somebody's throwing silver away for us to find. Yeah, 225.7. It was hard to get past 225.7 on these boxes. I got a 225.8 and a 1. Other than that, they were just all 2019 Philadelphia's too. Yeah. Now we got a big blizzard or snowstorm coming in. That's going to really stink up the joint. There's a 2003 Philadelphia. And what is that one? 23. Still no proof. If we don't get a proof, I think it'll be the first stream in all year we have not got a proof. No proofy proof yet. 2019's though. 2019, there's 3 in that one. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a slight break here. I can tell you that. This is not going to happen. I can tell you. No way. Coffee's coming. Oh, Delaware Park, the other one, 225.8. Come on, silver. That would be cool. No. That would have been cool. What do they got in there? There's a 23. I'm pretty sure there's a 24, so they have to have 21. So I'm assuming that they still have slot machines going on because there's a 24. 23s and 24s. Yeah. Cool beans. A lot of 2019s. That's all I can say that's in this box. A lot of 2019. 225.7. None for you. All right. I'll be right back. Yeah, that wasn't waiting. I was not waiting anymore. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know, Dennis. I think we'll find. I know we're going to find more silver today, but how much more are we going to find? Yeah, I mean, we're only on week number 7 for the year. 7 or 8. This is 7th or 8th week. And I think I streamed every week, I think. So, yeah. All right, 10 rolls to go in this. And we've had a couple good weeks. The one box had 40 some coins in that one box we did this year. Had 7 enders. So I forget what we found on that stream. Hard to believe there's a silver ender in the one box. And nothing in the other boxes. Did you eat anything yet today, Dennis? What's for dinner, I guess one could say. And last week we had a barber in this box, in this bank. I know we had the one ender. Yeah, 7 walking liberties last week. That is just insane, crazy. Yeah, these boxes just aren't jumping out at you like the first two. I'm pretty sure they're the same wrapping. But there's, I don't remember seeing all these 2019s last week, but there's a lot of 2019s. I'm going to say these 4 boxes are not part of what was last week. Just too many 2019s. Three rolls to go for this one. This might be our first real boo box. Still no proof. Nothing. Well, the Dennis's box was kind of a skunk, but it had the 25s in it. I've never seen so many 25s in one shot. It's only the second time I've seen a 25. I just had to pull them out when I saw it. I mean, what are your odds? I mean, one roll having 7 25s in it. I didn't see any other 25s in any other rolls. Last roll is over. No silver in this box either. Now that was a true boo box there, boys and girls. That was a boo box. I'm going to I'd throw the ring down. That was kind of weird how that nickel was wrapped with that ring. All right, one more box. Hopefully it's not a boo box. I was hoping that was Delaware Park we're going to have, so that would have been cool to see that. This box doesn't look too bad. There's new. Hey, what do we got? Like 6 new enders that I see. So hopefully it's not as new as the last one. Let's see what we got. Last box, and then the next box will have at least 1 silver and an ender. Let's see what we get going on here shortly. One would hope. One would hope. Oh yeah, we found Elvis last week too. Heartbreak Hotel. 25-7. 225-7. Not one new one in there. $25.6. Nice 88. Dennis. We lost Dennis. Yeah, it's going to snow. It's amazing how it warmed up. Snow melted. Now we're going to get more. It's like, yeah. Could be white out again. Mostly 24s that I'm seeing, the ones I am seeing in here. I'm not seeing a lot of new ones, but 24 looks like it's going to be. 24s. I'm not seeing any 2019s at all in here. There's a 23. So, this box does not look like the last one. This box has not seen any 19s yet. I had hopes of thin silver today, but apparently not. I get a funny feeling the banks are going to be closed on Monday if this storm comes in. I seem to have quieted down. I just feel we're in a boring boxes right now. But this box is definitely different than the last one, I can tell you that. Not seeing any 2019s at all. Mostly 24s if you do see a new one. Still no proof today. Odd. Where do we find silver? It would be nice to find silver in this one box. One silver would be nice. But right now I know I'm going to have 50% of my boxes have silver in them. That'd be great. Down, 30 to go. Hey, Quinticell, how you doing today? Good afternoon. How far along? We have one more box to go after this, and that will be, the last box has an ender. I don't know if it's 40% or 90. The roll weighs 225.9, so could be a 90 in it, but at least a 40. How'd you make out this week? Anything exciting? So yeah, the first two boxes. The first box had the 226.9 was a 90%er, and then ended up getting 3 chrome plated and 2 40s and a 90 out of the first box, and then 1 chrome plated and a Benji out of the second box, which they were my extra boxes, and they had the chrome plated just like last week. We found a nice chrome plated, but the other 4 boxes right now are not showing any signs of anything that looks like last week's boxes at all. Found the magic coin in the 1. And then Dennis's box was a skunk. Did find 725s in that one, in the same roll, actually. Yeah. Where did I roll 26 now on this box here? One more box after this one. So we do have 1 silver ender. Right now, I'm just don't know what we're going to find in the, because the sister boxes are producing nothing. Magic coins. See, first, second, third. And Dennis skunk box. The last box was skunk box. Yeah, we found nothing. Not even a lot of 2019s in it, but this box I have not seen one 2019 in it yet. It's kind of weird. One 2019 out of this box. It's kind of weird, but you get what you get. Anything? Find anything exciting this week in your dime bags that you might have got, or quarter bags? Customer wrapped. Full rolls of silver. Yeah, it just seems like customer wrap is like non-existent anymore. Used to be able to get it every week. Yeah. Banks were full of excuses. Got 2 boxes of quarters, found nothing. Wow. Oh, you did find some 26 quarters, but okay, no new boxes though. I have not seen a 26 yet. I mean, it's only close to the end of February. We have not seen a 26. Kind of can't wait to get some 26s, but I'm dreading it because I'm afraid we're going to get overloaded with them, and then that would suck. It's going to be weird seeing like a $50 2026 with a totally different design on it. Yeah, kind of excited, dreading and excited at the same time. A couple more rolls will be in the last box. That one does have an ender, and there's no guarantee there's going to be enders, but we're hoping so. That's what we're always hoping for. Add to your stacks. Right now, yeah, we're up to 4 silver coin. We got 4 silvers and 4 chrome plated. I figured chrome plated was going to win, but right now we're tied. 16 rolls to go. We get into that last box. Yeah, it goes pretty fast, but you don't find anything. I hope you have better luck next week. You gotta have bad weeks to know what good weeks are all about. Snow on us again. It's terrible. Man, I was sure hoping one of these other boxes would have a silver in it, but that is not happening right now. At all. Yeah, no 2019s at all, and mostly 24s. There are a couple 23s in here, but it's totally different than the last box. I definitely was happy to see circulated boxes because I'm dreading getting new boxes. I just don't know why, but because if I get new boxes, I'm gonna have to get over to the other bag. Ooh. Let me put tape on that one. There's tape on that one. Let me put tape around it. I have no clue why. I have to take that off. Let me put tape on it. 10 rolls to go. We get into that last box as an ender. It has some friends in it, but this box here is not producing. Mostly 24s. 24-8. You know, Rick has a good night tonight. Nice 85. No 87s, no proofs. I thought for sure this one was, since it was different, it would throw something. We're not done yet. We have 6 rolls to go, but it's going fast when you're not finding anything. Not finding anything. 5 rolls to go. I don't think I saw any 23s. 24s. 4 rolls to go. 225-3. Yeah, after all the enders I got last week, I told my wife, I said, if I don't get it, I might not get an ender for the next 8 or 9 weeks based on the number of enders I got this year so far. And getting 6 last week was crazy cool. And then when I flipped them this week, I finally did get 1, so I was happy to see an ender, so I knew we were going to have silver. I can't say I saw 123. It had to be a 23 in here somewhere. 224s. It's just weird how these boxes are. They just... You never know what you're going to get in a box, no matter if there's silver, no silver, new coins, mixed bag of coins. Nothing. Last roll. Man, this is terrible. Same like last week's, but no silver. Back to back, nothing's in. Literally nothing. Nothing at all in that box. So yeah, we're gonna have to put. We'll put that up there. Another skunk box. That's boo. But Brad, good news is we're gonna break that skunk streak right now. Right now. Hopefully it's more than 1 in here, but we're gonna find out. Good news is, can you see it right there? We're going to have an ender. We have silver, and it weighs 225.9. So I'm hoping it's going to be a 90 in there, but we know it's at least a 40, and there's no mint mark, so we don't know what it is. I'm hoping that's a 90. Normally they weigh around 224.9 or something. Oh yeah, 225.5 forced, you know. And there's a lot of new enders in this box. A lot. This is the most new enders in a box. So I'm hoping we do a Rob Finds Treasure moment and find a lot of silver and a lot of new coins. How's that? Let's see what happens. Roll number 1. Gonna be a lot of new coins in here. A lot of new coins. Right now it's 24s. So we have an ender with a lot of new coins. So I'm hoping get some silver in with some of them new coins. Whew, getting worse. Getting worse. Yeah, definitely a lot more new coins this week than last week. That one's not too bad, but no silver. There's 23s. How many silver coins do you think we're going to get out of this box? I got a funny feeling we're only going to get one, but I'm hopeful. Hoping we get more than one. Let's hope so. $23, $21. We got a 21 in Philadelphia. $225.7. Will it be a lucky 7? I don't know. It will not be lucky today. $24.6. $224.6. I wish Dennis's chaos theory would work in this, but right now it's not happening. That one Dennis got 113 in it. I think it was like the first 10 or 11, definitely the first 10. I think it took us to a 12th or 13th roll to get a silver, and he had 113 in that box. 225.6. 225.6. $24.8. $23. Bonus stuff. We know we're gonna have silver because we have an ender. Roll number 10, 224.9. One new one in this roll. Ten rolls down. There's a bunch of new ones. $25.6. Is that a proof? No. Wow, that's a nice. That's what I was saying about finding a nice coin. A nice 73D. Is it the DDO? Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. No, it's not the DDO. It's not the double D. And it's got an F to go with its G. That's a nice one there. $224.8. Yeah, I think we're all going to get one coin this week on this box. $225.2. 225, 2. $3.92. 225 even. Lots of new ones. It's amazing how many new ones are in there and what these are supposed to weigh. The roll only weighs 225 grams. They weigh, oh, we got a holy one. We got holy. Not silver, though. We got a hold coin. Every now and then you get one. 224.7. Come on, something here. 25.1. Nope. This is 21, 23. Wow, this is terrible. I'm glad I'm doing them this way. Definitely the last 20 rolls had nothing going the other way if we would have done it the other way. I hope it's not this way with the rest of them. Roll 21, 225, 1. A lot of new coins. Nope. 225, 3. A lot of new coins. It's a nice 1999. 24.8. I see one new one in there. 77D with the ring at that. Ooh, nice one too. The only problem with being an in coin. The ring at death, 225, 1. All right, roll 25, 225, 2. Yeah, Dennis's chaos theory is not going to work on this box. I can tell you that. Would have been nice, but 225, 4. Hard to believe we got a snowstorm coming. Calm before the storm. Is this a proof? No, it's a 2002 Philadelphia NIFC. Nope. 225 to another one. A lot of new ones in there, except these two. 25, 1. Roll 30. We are on roll 30 already. 225, 2. I think these were dropped too because they got kind of splits in them too here and there. This is gonna, yeah. 20 rolls to go, 225 even. A little bit of a wider edge. Nope, 82. Got its FG. And 225 2. A lot of new ones in there. What is that dirty coin? 2004. 2004 NIFC, Philadelphia. 225 2. Hey Hunter, how you doing today? 225 2. Your bank. What's that, your bank? It would have been nice to have back-to-back streams with lots of coins in them, but this is still a good day. And when you get no banks, yeah, rolls at all. Nobody wants us to have $half. This is 2021. We got 4 more rolls to go to that ender, but right now we're running out of rolls to get to the second one. It's only a 10% chance that that's going to ender, and yeah, right now we're banking on 1 silver out of this box. That's terrible. Everybody just can't get anything. Wow, I cannot believe. Well, it is what it is, but it's an 81. I thought it was going to be an 87. Your credit union will get everything but halves. That sucks. $225.4. This is the roll before the ender. That's crazy. I wonder why they won't do the happy thing. You can still get pennies. Around here, you can't get pennies. You can't. Banks can't even order them or the credit union. Well, we do have an ender. I hope it's an ender. Sure looks like one because that's the only thing we got going. Is it 90% at 225.9 or is it 40% at 220? That's definitely going to be a silver ender. Definitely silver. And it's going to be a 90. Yay. You can get a 90% under 226, but there we go. Philadelphia, we'll take that. If that's the last coin of the day, that's a good coin. Oh, you can't get pennies either. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I know Dig and Dave, they're out west somewhere, Midwest, something, Chicago, I don't know where. But he has no problem getting pennies. But around here, the banks, the credit union, the bank, they can't even order them. Roll number 30, or I should say roll number 40. There's one that was kind of painted. Let's see. 224.6, 10 rolls to go. Our one ender box is going to be a one coin. That's it. Your dump bank won't even take pennies. How can they do that? How can they not take pennies? It's an American. It's a currency. Even if they stop using it, they'd have to take them. Still American currency. 8 rolls of brand new nickels. How do they look? I mean, the only thing different with the nickel is the double date. Yeah, just because you have an ender in your box doesn't mean you're going to have coins on silver on the inside. I was hoping to get a couple out of this box, but right now I'm happy. All 2025. Peace. Yeah, Just because you get a ender doesn't mean you're going to get inners. But I'm happy to have it. See, like this roll's busted open, like the box was dropped. 5 rolls to go. Super. How we doing? Yeah, just because you have an ender doesn't mean you're going to have inners, but it sure would have been nice. Super and Molnar. That would have been nice, but right now, that was a bad week at this bank. The extra bank, if it wasn't for the extra bank, right now I would only have 1 silver coin for the hunt. So it's amazing. I know they're coming from the same place, but whatever you get in the box, you get what you get. If you don't like it, send them back. I like it. The good news is we got more silver than we did gold, chrome plated coins. I thought we were going to get more chrome plated, but these boxes definitely, I'm going to say these last 4 had nothing to do with the first 2 boxes. So I'm hoping that dump. This is the last roll. We got the last roll. We only had 1, 2, 3. There's a 22. Other than that, they were all new. Boo. Wow. That is it. That is it. I have nothing left for you. That was it. That was 7 boxes of coins. So we didn't do bad, but we didn't do the greatest. But I'll take it all day. So we had 1, 2. We had 2 perfectly boo boxes. There was nothing. I know this was nothing great either, but it was pretty cool to see 2025s. The second time I've ever seen 25s. But yeah, we did good. I'm not complaining at all. Because after last week, I didn't think I was going to get anything this week. So we did good. So yeah, we did good anyways. These chrome ones were definitely part of last week. So yeah, we did good this week. We got a nice Benji, 1963 from Denver. Unexpected. We did get 2 64s from Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys know, but if you don't know it, 1964 was the first year for Kennedy, and it was the last year for 90% silver for circulation. So we did get 2 64s. So we got 3 90s today, and we did get 2 40s. 68D and a 67 Philadelphia. And we ended up getting 4 chrome plated. Just like last week, we got 1 of these, I believe. Very chromy. Very chromy. So this is part of last week's dump. Hoping to get more of that old silver, but yeah. So the first 2 boxes were this part of the last week's dump, and then we did get 1 magic coin. I got that because I weighed it. Mexicanos. Unidos Mexicanos. I don't remember what's in front of that. Hell, something Estados. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's an eagle with its snake in its beak. But yeah, that's usually what you find on a magic coin. And we did find 2025, 7 of them in 1 roll. Philadelphia is the only second time I've ever found 25s. But yeah, got 5 silver coins, 1 magic, 4 chrome, and 5 2025s. That was it. And the ender only had the ender in it. So Dennis's Chaos Theory did not work in that one at all. So yeah. that was good. Hopefully next week I'm just see what happens. Hopefully we get circulated coins, and hopefully we get some silver. So 26s are coming out, still getting 24s. So yeah, that was a good hunt. A little slower than last week. We had 67 coins last week. That was crazy. Yeah, we're doing good. Three out of my 6 boxes, 50% had silver, even though there was only 5, but I'll take that all day long. So we did good. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Hunter, it's nice to see you before we leave. Yeah, we're going to end the stream. It's over. I got nothing else for you unless you want to do pennies, but I don't feel like doing pennies. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where you guys are with the storm coming across this way to the East Coast, but yeah, be careful. Stay safe. And we'll see what we get. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of your weekend. Be safe for the snowstorm, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. If not, hopefully see you soon. All right, everyone. Thank you, and we'll see you later.